Srutaswini ma'am, you can start.
Just wait. Good afternoon, all our distinguished participants. I welcome you all today, and I wish today you will learn many things from our resource person, who will be our resource person, Dr. Naraginti Amarashan Medicine. Today he will take the first section, and I'm requesting our honorable resource person kindly to start the session. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Good afternoon to coordinator Dr. Srutaswini Gogoi ma'am and noble participants. Today is the 9th day of 21-day international workshop cum faculty development program on innovative techniques for professional development of teachers in higher education. We successfully completed 8 days. Today is the 9th day. Professor Uma Shankar sir, Department of Botany, Northeastern Hill University, Shillong, Meghalaya, will deliver a lecture on global competencies for professional development of teachers in higher education. Sir is an international scholar, so you will, I'm sure you will be benefited. So now I'm going to do some hands-on activities with the help of the participants. Whenever you are going to visit foreign countries for academic purpose or personal life, it is our duty to enculcate inculcate ourselves what type of culture they have. Here, I don't want to say more about the culture. Everything is a part of culture. The way you are wearing the dress, the way you are talking, the way you are interacting with others, the way you are behaving, the type of food you are taking, the lifestyles, A to Z. There are different. I'm teaching for sociology of education for MA students. So culture is each and everything. Myself and Dr. Srutaswini Gogoi ma'am, this Tapasya Kala Parishat, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, they're organizing every week Sunday webinar lecture series. Myself and ma'am, we participated more than 30 programs in the same institution. So the culture is always dynamic, changing. Now you see the COVID-19 pandemic allowed us to think differently. So it is our duty how to think, how to behave, what to think, where to think, why to think, whom to think, everything 5 W's and 1 H. So instead of telling I hear, I forget, I see, I remember, I do, I understand. So I always following these principles, cognitive theories, behavioristic theories, social learning theories, and Gestalt theories, constructivistic approach, whatever learning. Maybe other than teacher education or education department teachers, you are not aware of pedagogy. Now there's a need for neuropedagogy. So educational neuroscience, only learning and psychological aspects. Here, emotion is also included, and how your brain is functioning is very important. Brain-based learning. Why the some people are behaving like this? What happened to you? Because this is a part of culture. Whatever. Now I'm the multicultural approach is very important in northeastern states, especially. I already informed there is one school in Tokyo. The students from 40 countries. So what type of cultural approach we need? Multicultural approach. So intraculture, intercultural. Albania, in general, whenever you are interacting with others, they say yes means up and down, they shake their head. But in Albania, they are giving wrong in the reverse, horizontally. So see, if you don't know, this is victory. In general, our former, the then chief minister, Chandrababu Naidu always shows like this. Even Narendra Modi ji, all political leaders, they are showing it's a victory. But in one of the countries, I don't want to mention the name, they're taking it the negatively. So different. If you are, because now we're a global citizen, That is why UNESCO is inculcated, motivating us to do the global citizenship education. Myself and again Dr. Srutasini Gogoi ma'am, we attended last year, July 2020, July, an international conference organized by UNESCO through online itself. So it is our duty to, because there is no shortcut method, it is our duty to inculcate or encourage by ourselves. So self-learning approach, self-motivation approach, self-interest approach. So at the end, I want to share something about the participants regarding your certificate, all those things. I will take care of everything, but we got the feedback, many things. It is not right time because it's a recorded and live program. We will talk about after closing the recording and other things. So I need any one of the participants, those who are really interested and those who are not shared their screen earlier. I need a new participant. We are going to assess how much you have intercultural competency. There are different types of competencies we need, but I am moving above the competency, skill, and ability to do anything. As a teacher, we need teaching skills, research skills, life skills, soft skills, communication skills, entrepreneurial skills, management skills, 21st century skills, transferable skills, and hard skills. So many types of skills, because you need 360-degree. Otherwise, there is no use. Suppose you are using a car, you can think a car without one wheel. So we need four wheels of the car. In the same way, we need all type of skills. Then only you can move. You can, our journey is a professional journey. So I think in that way, always I think 360 degrees. Here we designed the program. This is my humble request. Those who are watching in the YouTube also, we are not going to share the feedback link in the YouTube. At the same time, the Cisco WebEx itself automatically lock at the 3 o'clock. So after 3, nobody can enter. Please remember, because sincerity, we are expecting sincerity, punctuality, truthfulness only from you, without any, there's no need to any investment. So thank you. Now I'm requesting anyone, those who are ready, they can post here, or they can raise their hand. I allow them as a co-host. They can share the screen. Always ready to assess yourself. Assessment is a part of learning. If you are not assessing, you are unaware where you are. Now I am sitting in my chamber to move to my home. It is my duty where I am right now. If I don't know, it is impossible to reach the destination. The same way, assessment, it is better to make a part of your life. Anyone, and one more thing, many participants are, you are joining through mobile only. Without doing, there is no use. Only you are listening. So listening, after 2 weeks, you can remember only 10%. So I hear, I forget. I see, I remember. Maybe that one also 30% to 20% to 30%. So no use. 70% you are eliminating by yourself without doing. Anybody, anyone. So please text here. Anyone? Please, this is a live program. If you take this much time, it shows others what type of program they are organizing. The resource person is always requesting, but nobody is responding. Why he selected this type of participants, those who are not using laptop. So many comments. First you ask Puspita Banerjee, good. Nothing, you simply share your screen. I allow you as a co-host, then I can guide you on what to do. Puspita, I'm making you co-host. Puspita from Prayagraj, I think. Yeah, now you can speak, Puspita. You are allowed to share your screen. Puspita, speak. Puspita, are you there? Puspita, what happened to you? You are posting, sir, what we have to do, but you are not responding. Okay. Any other? No need to speak. You can simply share mic. No need of any mic. I don't want any reply from you. Simply do your activities. Pushpita, I'm allowing you again. Just share your screen. Share your screen. No need to speak from your side. I can speak. Come on. Pushpita.
Actually, sir, they are not understanding what you are asking for. I think if sir is asking any participant who joined through his laptop or her laptop, so they can join.
Okay, then Pushpita, if you are not understanding, don't post anything in the chat box. Don't post. Simply you listen and you do your work. I'd simply ask to share your screen only. If you are those who are using laptop or desktop, okay.
Yeah.
Dr. Snehal S. I'm making, I think, sir, from Punjab. SNE, right. You are a co-host and you can share your screen, sir. Yeah, you are allowed to share, please. Snehalji, Doctor, yes, good. I think some network issue, that is why that type of windows are appearing. You simply do one thing. You stop sharing, again share. Because this type of things in general is because of network issue. Good. No, sir. It creates problems, sir, because no. This screen, your screen is not good, sir. Okay, I will request then Vishnu Prasad Sharma. Some from Shillong itself. Okay. Vishnuji, now you are a co-host. Yeah. Yeah.
Sir,
Good
afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. You are using laptop or mobile?
So, sir, I am trying to join through PC. I have sent the PC request. Kindly accept it so that I can continue. Right now, I am watching in your mobile.
No, there is no such type of acceptance, sir. You can enter your password and link bus. I am not keeping anything control.
Okay, so, sir, I am unable to operate through the PC. It is not PC is not opening.
No. If you are installed your Cisco WebEx or not in your PC, without installing, how it will work? Sorry.
Let me again.
I will ask some other. So any other one? My God, you are wasting our time. Yesterday also you did the same. See, 68 participants joined. No one is let me do it. My own me. Okay. Tomorrow onwards, we are going to take a decision. Those who have laptop, desktop, they will only be allowed. It is good then. Really, those who are joining, my own me. Yeah.
Yes.
My own me.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
you can
Yes.
share your
Yes, sir.
screen, sir. I don't know, sir or
Okay,
madam.
okay.
My own me.
Yeah.
Please. And you
I've
mute
shared.
your mic, sir. It is better. Simply listen and because if you speak both, it is not good to participants. Simply share your screen. Good. Now I am sharing one link to you. Simply open that link. The Cisco chat box. Just now I posted, sir. Go to Cisco chat box. All you can open. Sir, you minimize this one. You close this one, this window. What is this? Close this window, sir. Workshop. Every day, 21 days. Sir, go to your Cisco web chat box, not this one. Don't open this one, sir. Where you joined, not this one. Already you have second window now. Click second window. Otherwise, you simply type, sir, Hamsa Reddy. You go to Google, open new window, open new window. On the top, click plus mark. Plus mark is there not? Sir, you want to do fast, sir. If you do like this, it is not good. You are using mouse or not, sir? It is better. Those who are using, yes. Okay, any other? I think here someone is asking, it is better. Okay, Sewang TSEWANG. Okay, I am going to make you. So you join two devices. Please log out one device. Sewang, please you log out one device from one device. I'm seeing here two devices. Your name. Good. Now I made you co-host and presenter. You can share your screen. Please. Come on. See, already 20 minutes over without doing anything. Sewang, are you ready? Good. So this one you minimize, simply minimize this one. Don't do anything, minimize. Open Google. Minimize this whole window, open the Google. Yes, I think you have also some problem issue. Good, open Google. Simply type HAMSA Hamsa Reddy, HAMSAREDDY Hamsa Reddy .blogspot.com. Hamsa Reddy .blogspot.com. Spot, S-P-O-T, blogspot.com. S-P-O-T, spot, not SS, blog only, blog, not blogs. First one, yeah. Search result, that one you click, look up aim high. Scroll down. First one, intercultural competence. Click that one in red color. Intercultural competence. Good. You copy the link and post in the chat box. Copy the link, URL link, and post in the chat box. I think you are not able to. Okay, I will post. Don't worry. You close this one. Contact us. Close this one. Scroll down. Scroll down. I will post to the participants. Don't worry. Start quiz. Scroll down. Scroll down. You close this one now. Contact as close. Click. Contact as close. This small window. Small window. Contact us is there now. Contact us. You close it, madam. Into mark is there now. So what is the problem for you to close? It shows why you are making that much complex. Please, here contact us. Our agents are not available right now. That one you close it. You can speak. Please speak out. Madam or sir, I don't know. Please speak out. Is there any problem for you to close this small window? Contact us. At least you minimize. Click on. Okay. You scroll down, madam. You scroll down. Simply scroll down. Yes. My God. Please don't make your cursor here and there. It is going. Start. Click start. I am really happy for your voluntary participation, but it is your duty to make yourself more skilled one. Scroll down. Click on start. I think your internet is very slow, madam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Internet is here.
You are using Wi-Fi or a hotspot?
Hotspot, sir.
My God, that is why. Scroll down, scroll down. Still it is continuing. Thank ma'am, I think it is better to stop because it is not good to do like this. It reduces the interest of the participants, but I am grateful to you. Please stop sharing. I need any other participant.
Screen share checking. Screen share checking.
Anyone? Anyone is ready? Please text here. Come on. Don't waste time, please. Don't post good afternoon, these things. Please, it's disturbing a lot. No need. Simply those who have laptop or desktop, please post I am ready. Anyone? No one is ready. No, don't post. Puspita, you don't post. Your messages is disturbing me a lot. If you are using a mobile, I'm not asking to respond. Please, those who are using laptop and desktop only, I need. Anyone? Okay. Sewang is telling now we are ready. Vishnu Prasad sir, sorry, you are yeah, now you can share Sewang. I think T is silent. Sewang, okay. Please now you can share Sewang. You can share your screen. Yeah, maximize the screen, Shavang. Maximize. You open twice. Maximize the screen. See, you open many windows. That is why your internet is not fast. It is better to close. Background is also on. Maximize. Maximize. Screen. Maximize. Scroll down. Good. Now you are coming. Scroll down. Part 1 here. Cultural knowledge. Expanding. Here, wait, scroll up, I'm reading now. Expanding your cultural knowledge. My God, what happened to you? You are always, I'm reading, I want to read. Scroll down. Madam, you have the same problem. Really, I appreciate your readiness, but your network is not supporting you. Please, some other participants is ready. Thank you. Now, one curve word. Okay, Donai, I can Donai. It is very easy for me to pronounce. I'm making you presenter to post. Please share your screen. Dr. Donai, please share your screen.
I'm presently sharing the screen, sir.
No, you are not sharing. It is not
No,
visible.
it's sharing, sir. It's just taking a little time.
Please. Then you do one thing, sir. Minimize and mute your video
fine,
or audio. Yeah. Just to follow the instructions, sir. Yes, thank you. Minimize this window. Start. Here, hide it, sir. iStem webbook, not hide here. Yes, good. Start. Click on start. Here, test your intercultural competency. Right. Just wait, sir. Expanding your cultural knowledge by being curious and learning about your traditions, customs, and etiquettes is an important part of building your intercultural competence and helping you to be more effective internationally. Test your cultural knowledge here and select the right option for each question. Scroll down. Which of the following is considered poor etiquette in Japan? Just you select, sir. Wrong and right are not important. Just you, based on your trial and error method, whenever you are not aware, you select the trial and error method and submit. You are correct. Congratulations. Go to next question. Here, which color should you avoid here wearing in Brazil? In Brazil country, which color? Good. Next question. In India, what do you vegetarian Hindus typically not eat? Good. But in a Bengali Brahmins, they eat fish. Question: in which country is the number 4 considered unlucky? Which country? In China or Mexico or Iran? Submit. Good. Next. Here, in which country does nodding the head up and down means no rather than yes? I told this one just before starting my session. You are selecting the wrong answer. Okay, submit. Submit. Oh, no. Don't change. Okay. So Bulgaria is the right answer. Next question. Which country has the most time zones? Russia, China, or France? No, I also selected the Russia, but France is the right answer. Next. Which of the following is not one of the 5 pillars of the Islamic religion? Good. Next. Here, what is the Chinese term used to describe the concept of having a network of reciprocal relationship? Egi, Manji, or Onji may be very difficult to pronounce the Chinese. Wow, good. Next. You have good trial and error method. Which of the following would you not offer as a gift to a Chinese business partner? Wow. How do you know? Next.
Guesswork, sir.
Okay, minimize, please minimize your Cisco WebEx. That one window you minimize. Don't keep like that. No. Go to your Cisco WebEx. That one you are keeping. Minimize it. Click minimize. No. Okay. Yes, that is the right way. Good. What is here Jewish New Year commonly known as? Okay, good. Even though you are right, that is okay. Now see, this is very important. You are here managing a local team in China. How do you respond to the fact that after several weeks in your role, nobody in the team seems able to make eye contact with you? So here you are worried that the team don't trust or respect you as they can't look you firmly in the eye. You are not concerned as you know that in China firm eye contact is not expected and is seen as inappropriate between managers and their teams. You think that perhaps there is a language issue and the team is embarrassed that they don't understand everything you say. Which one your answer? Yes, good. Next. So this one is it help you whenever you are visiting China. Here, what one piece of advice would you give to a colleague here embarking on their first professional international assignment? Be yourself and remain true to your own values and principles. When you are working internationally, it's important to be authentic as it can be very stressful to try to be someone you are not. Do everything you can to learn the local language and become fluent. You will only understand how people operate if you speak their language. Be aware that here your new colleagues may work differently to how we do and be ready to adapt your usual style. May I know, sir, you are from Shillong only or Meghalaya?
Yes, sir. I'm from Sino College.
Please don't click again and again. Why you are clicking, sir?
I have to unmute myself, sir. That's why.
Oh, sorry. Okay. You do one thing. Please unmute and don't speak. Whenever
Okay,
we need,
sure.
we can speak. That is the best option, right?
Okay, sure thing, sir.
So here, This is a whenever we are working in northeastern states, we have different. See, I have student scholars from Meghalaya, scholars from Nagaland, scholar from Manipur, scholar from West Bengal, scholar from Assam. So different cultures. It is my duty. I have good association with Assam culture. I'm going many places as a resource person. But Nagaland, I visited personally. I never visited Manipur, but it is my duty to understand. So these type of things are very important. Next question. So in coffee culture, Kwai, they offer the Kwai to strengthen the bondage. Scroll up. You have taken the management of an international team based in Dubai. Here, halfway through your first formal meeting with the team, one of them picks up all his things and leaves the room without saying anything. What do you do? Immediately follow them out to find out exactly what they are doing. Ask the rest of the team what they think the problem is. It let me here moment pass and continue the meeting. Then let us speak with a trusted colleague to try and understand what might have caused them to leave the meeting. Yes, I also selected the third one. Right. Next. Scroll up here, 14. When communicating with new team members, you don't speak your language as their first language. What is the best strategy? Speak more slowly and loudly than usual to avoid any misunderstanding. Speak naturally, but make sure you avoid using here colloquial language, jargon, or idiom that may be difficult to understand. Yeah, that is the right answer. No need to read third one. Submit. Next. 15th, you are on business overseas for 2 days and have the evening to yourself. How might you best spend your evening? How you will do? Writing up your notes from your meetings while everything is fresh in your mind and preparing in detail for tomorrow's meeting, taking a walk around town and having dinner in a restaurant here frequented by locals and with no menus in translation, checking out a local. Yeah, no, actually second one is the right answer. You submit. Okay. Next, you are here delivering training a group of Japanese expatriates on secondment at your offices, and you notice that most of the group have their eye closed. This one is a common in Japan. While you are explaining a technical process, how do you interpret this? They are concentrating and listening hard. They are here suffering from jet. First one, good. That is the right answer. Actually, they concentrate more. But in India, if you close, someone is speaking, maybe they take what happened here 1 minute. Deve Gowda, when the then Prime Minister of India, so actually because of his busy schedule, he simply closed his eyes. Whole media, they wrote articles. Prime Minister has no time to sleep. He's sleeping in the parliament. So this type of things will happen. Next question. But at the same time, yeah, wait, sir. At the same time, French philosophy, France, students are allowed to sleep in the classroom also. There is if someone, that is why readiness is important. If students are not ready, they can sleep. But in Indian school system, we never allow. At the same time, we are always asking them silence, silence, silence. But at the same time, we are always motivating them, speak, speak, speak. Silence is very important in the hospitals and court halls. I don't want to keep silent in any other than these two places. It is better in education institutions. We need noise, noise, noise. Interaction, interaction, interaction. Right. 17 questions. You are spending a week here visiting clients around Latin America where you understand there is a more relaxed attitude to time. When do you aim to arrive at your meetings a few minutes ahead of the scheduled time, just as you would at home, within 5 to 10 minutes after the scheduled time, anywhere here up to half an hour late as that? No. You select right one, you are selecting that. No. Okay. First one is the right answer. Good.
You
I appreciate
said
your
no, sir.
openness. No problem. Good. Next. What Indian time? Maybe you selected Indian time. Good. What do you understand here by ethnocentrism? Operating in an environment where everyone is from the same culture. Here, judging people from another culture only by the values and standards of your own culture. Experience your own and other cultures as relative to the context. Okay, good. Next. No problem. You will get more marks. You are here preparing for the lunch meeting of a new international project team. How are you planning to run the meeting? Launch only. Sorry. To present the team with clear objectives, a detailed plan, and to make clear your expectations about how the team will work together, to listen and observe as you invite the team to introduce themselves and brainstorm how they would like to work together and create team ground rules. Final one, to ask each team member to prepare a short presentation about their own experience and expertise and what they would like to achieve from working on the project. My choice is last one. Wow, good. You are right. Next, humor across culture is, it varies from here, best avoided as some culture have a very different sense of humor and some culture don't really have a sense of humor. Best used only if you share the same language, otherwise humor is likely to get lost in translation. A great way to break the ice and build rapports, providing you are careful about using complicated word here, play or cultural references that could be misunderstood. Third one is my preference. Good. Now finish quiz. Wow, great. 13 out of 20. Well done. You are well on the road to here developing your intercultural competencies to keep exploring. There is always more to learn. You might like to read here our blog to find out more about specific culture and skills you need working. So actually you got good, more than here almost what we can take 65%. So you got 65% is good, more than first class. Thank you. You just close this one, and I'm going to post something in the chat box. Again, you open it. Go to your Cisco WebEx chat box and open this one.
Sorry, sir. There's a power outage. So sorry about that.
No problem. No problem. It came. This is available in my blog. You can use later. Continue. Click continue.
Oh, it's
WhatsApp,
Sorry,
it is
sir.
better to close, sir. Some messages will come now. It will be disturb you. Please close the WhatsApp. Good. So this is assessing here. Scroll up, sir. Title. It is better to show the title. Don't close anything. Now you keep mail also we need. Yeah. Here assessing intercultural competence. This you can see here, learning outcomes. Always we are using nowadays a learning outcomes, not objectives, but it is better to use both. What you are going to learn is also important. What you learned after this workshop is also important. Maybe before joining, you have some expectations. Okay, this day, 9th day of the workshop, I will get some new things. At the end, if you get that, maybe you reach your learning outcomes. Otherwise, you can suggest. Here, options for internationalizing the culture here curriculum, teaching international students, cross-cultural group work. Here, assessing, sir, you simply here you can click assessing intercultural competence. Left side, fifth one. Left side, fifth menu.
This one,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah. Maybe it is appearing already the same home page it will come.
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
the same one, sir. Yeah. Same one.
Yeah. Okay. Now you open the first one, PDF file, Intercultural Knowledge and Competence Value Rubric. See how nicely is a Australian. What is the AACU?
Association of American Colleges and Universities, sir.
Okay, Association of American Colleges and Universities is a very good. Now you can see the definition. Simply, intercultural here, intercultural knowledge and competence is a set of cognitive, affective, and behavioral skills and you can maximize if possible. Oh,
I
100%.
think
Now
this
you
is,
make
yeah,
it
it's
110,
100%, yes.
110 plus. Click on plus on the top. Page 1/2 is there, na sir? 100% on the
125,
top.
sir. It's
Yes.
125.
No. Make it 120 only because it's not visible fully.
Just wait, sir. I'll
Screen is
just
going
change this.
left and right. So right side more. Minimize 120 is good. 115 or 120. Click minus.
It's fine, sir. 120.
Okay. But still some letters are not appearing, sir. You make it 120.
It is 120, sir. In my screen, it's
Make it
here.
115. 115. 115. 115. You type there. 115.
Yeah,
Enter. Type.
I've typed, sir.
Yes, right. This is okay. Here, skills and characteristics that support effective and appropriate interaction in a variety of cultural contexts. This is about here. Intercultural knowledge and competence here is a set of cognitive, affective, and behavioral skills and characteristics that support effective and appropriate interaction in a variety of cultural contexts. This one, nowadays, because of this COVID-19 pandemic, you are attending international programs, webinars, conferences. Even myself attended Japan, Australia conferences and webinars. Whenever you are interacting with others, I would like to read the articles and the videos, watch and visiting the universities of Canada, Finland, UK, USA, New Zealand, China, and Korea, South Korea, and Singapore. These countries I'm always visiting because this is an international level. Here you can see the framing language, glossary, all these things. Now you come back, sir. Main homepage, you can come back. Yes. Here, global perspective inventory you can open. Global perspective inventory, intercultural, any one inventory you can open. You can do whatever you want. We suppose better to do. Here, using where the link they given. Scroll down.
So this is it, sir.
No hyperlink. Is there any hyperlink?
That's the global perspective inventory. This is the one. This one.
Okay. You go to global competencies inventory. Come back. Global competencies inventory.
So it's not found.
Third one, sir. Third one. Yes. Oh, site not
This one is
found.
there.
For me
This is
also, NEHU website is not allowed. I thought it is not possible for me only, but for you also. Global Competence Attitude Assessment. Next one you select. That one also not used.
Just hold on, sir.
Global Competence Aptitude.
It's coming, sir.
So you're a pet dog.
No, just a dog outside, sir.
Okay, scroll down. Scroll down, sir. Where the link for to assess. Scroll up little bit. Scroll up little bit. No.
This one, sir.
Just
So
Control F.
notification.
Okay, Control F and type tool, TOOL tool.
There's no tool.
Scroll down,
It's not there, sir. Control F.
but they are given, na?
Let me just check.
Okay, here you can click global competence model, 8 model. There's there, na? Scroll up, little bit. Little bit,
This one,
scroll
sir.
up.
This one.
Otherwise, sir will teach, no problem. He is actually, we are going to take other things, but just I tried. Okay, no problem. I have actually prepared for that tool only, but when I was searching some article, I got this one before starting the session. That's why I shared immediately. Wait. Little bit scroll up, sir. Little bit scroll up. Little bit, yeah. The global competence here, aptitude assessment is a partial application, practical application of 5-year rigorous and holistic international research agenda. Expert thought leaders from around the globe and in addition experts. So out of the scroll down, little bit scroll down. That image, you click that image, is it hyperlink is available on image? No, na?
No, sir. Hyperlink is only for the global competence model, which I've opened.
Okay.
This is the one. And I think there are no other hyperlinks.
No, I will.
mean, there's hyperlink research.
I will see, wait. Otherwise, na, sir. Okay, no problem, sir. Now we will move to do one more course on culture. Now go to future learn, www.futurelearn.com. You can close many windows, sir. Better you close it, all the windows except Cisco and your mail. All the windows you can close it. Yeah, good. You registered yesterday, sir.
I have an account, sir, in future.
Okay, okay. Click sign in, then sign in.
Wait, I forgot my.
So intercultural competence, the same on MOOC course is also available. You will get your own certificate also. I completed this course 3 months back, and I motivated my own our students, MA second semester students under sociology of education. If it is your personal, you can save, remember me, good. Click that. If your personal is better,
Wait, sir,
sign in.
I have to recheck my password again, sir. I think I forgot.
No problem. You can give forgot password if it is not working.
I just hold on
Enter.
to this.
No, don't give. First you enter.
No,
Otherwise, you can log in through your Facebook or Google, sir. Better. No need. Simply open the future learn. Simply open the future learn. I tell you. You went to incognito mode or what?
No, sir. This is my theme. There's a problem with yeah.
Don't give any space and enter. Yes, sign in. Click on Facebook or Google.
Actually, I have a profile, sir. It's just that I forgot the password.
No. If you log in through your Facebook also, it will go to your account only because it is interlinked. You can check once.
Just
Click on Facebook
hold on, sir.
or
There's a
Google.
slight problem with my.
But you have good browsing skills.
As long as I can enter, sir.
Don't do, sir.
So
You simply do now. Facebook you can click instead of making practical here because it's a live program. Click Gmail or Facebook. That is good. You select. It will go to your account only.
See, so it's actually registered. I just need to check my.
Okay, forget password. Click forgot password. That is good. Okay, now you enter your mail ID enough. Submit, go to mail, go to mail,
I know my password.
refresh. Yes, reset. Simply put 10 letters only, alphanumeric. Good. Yes. Now, cultural competence, intercultural or cultural competence. Simply type cultural competence. Enter. Yeah. Introduction to intercultural studies, intercultural contact. Click whether this course is free or not. No, it is not this course. Go back. Close it or go back. Close it. Close this one. Control F. Now you put Control F. Now you type intercultural. Just type intercultural.
It's the only one, sir.
Okay. Competence. Just type competence. In place of intercultural, just type competence. I think your cursor is not moving, sir. Otherwise, I will search from my, I have already completed. Those who are not created account, please create here. Create your account there. Sir, I think something problem, you are not reachable, audible. Yeah, minimize your screen again, minimize.
Just hold on, sir. There's a slight problem with the internet. So.
Okay, okay.
Okay, now it's
Why
working.
it is happening like that?
No, because of the power outage, sir. Like the
Okay.
Wi-Fi.
Okay, you do like this, communicating across the culture. Communicating across the, otherwise, I will send the exact link to you. You just open. Go to chat box. Open this course. Go to chat box. Continue. Email me when joined. So I think it is not possible for you. This is free of course. Email me when joined.
So this one is also.
No, but you are not able to get a certificate.
Yeah, you can't
That
get
is the problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will suggest. Actually, it is available for me, but not for you because you are joining now. Already last date over. It started in the July only, June, July. Just I will give you one more culture. Simply you do one thing. Go to future learn. On the top future learn, you click top future learn icon on there, na? Top right, left side top. Yes, click. Scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll down. Here, last view all free courses. Click. Scroll down. Now scroll down. Scroll down. The left side, digitally upgrade free. Free digital upgrade. Free digital under all courses. Free. No. Control F. You put Control F. If you are not able to.
No, if I found
Yes.
sir.
Yeah. Now slowly you can see now, slowly. Slowly you can see, scroll down. Which course you want, you select related to our topic. Communication and communication and interpersonal skills at work. You select this course. Communication and interpersonal. Yeah, you select that course. Join now. Share the link with all the participants. Please, all the participants, please do this course. We are going to get one certificate. We have half an hour time only. We will complete within half an hour. Yeah, save and go to course. Save and go to course. Yeah, here you can see. Just to play the video, sir. Before sharing, have you selected to that audio one?
Just hold on, sir.
Wait. If it comes, no. Now you stop
Can you
sharing.
hear the audio, sir?
Yeah.
Can you hear the audio, sir? Can you hear the
You're
audio?
supposed to select.
Just hold on.
Play.
Oh, wait,
Stop
I'll just
sharing.
play that in your
Stop
audio.
sharing. Again, go to stop sharing. When you are sharing now, on the right side top, one icon will open, volume icon. You unmute it.
Just wait, sir. I'll just have a look at that again.
Now you play, sir. You did.
Yes, sir.
Constantly communicating with other people,
Maximize, sir. Video maximize.
whether it is face-to-face through our voice and body language, or through the words we use in emails, messaging, or social media. Communication is a key part of our society and how we interact with each other. So it stands to reason that how we communicate at work and in a professional capacity is an important skill to develop. We all have different styles of communicating. Developing these skills so that they are effective in the workplace and in achieving our professional goals is key. I'm Ade Lawal Salari, and I'll be your host and guide to the world of communicating well at work. As an entrepreneur, being able to communicate effectively, work collaboratively, and present my ideas with impact are skills I use on a daily basis. This course is an introduction on how to communicate well at work. You'll find out about how you communicate with others and explore where your strengths are and where you can develop. You'll also find out the skills and techniques that we all need for effective communication at work. You'll be able to build on your strengths and develop real strategies that you can use to improve how you communicate. At the end of the course, you'll be offered some next steps if you'd like to continue developing your skills. You'll also hear throughout the course from our lead educator, Jennifer Rosen. Jennifer is a senior communications specialist, coach, and filmmaker. She works with global clients in strategic integrated communications for the public, private, and not-for-profit sector. You will hear from Jennifer throughout the course as she coaches you on different aspects of effective communication in the workplace. Let's get started.
Good. Mark, simply scroll down, sir. Why I selected this course? Because communication is very, very important in teaching. Without communication, nothing. whether verbal communication, non-verbal communication, gesture, whatever way. So written communication, so image or video or audio, whatever podcast. So it is our duty to be very simply scroll down. Here, the skills and lessons you will learn on here, interpersonal relationship skills, your work environment, your any area of personal growth. I'm always reading the international journals and articles, and even newspapers also, and interacting with Dr. Prasenjit Biswas sir, an international scholar, Professor Srikant sir, and many D.V. Kumar sir, sociology, and other professors in our own department. So we are learning many things. Those who are visiting foreign countries, there. So here, what I want to share, because globe, the overall all the fields they're growing. That is why the new field, educational neuroscience, educational neuro and educational pedagogy. Now, not only a pedagogy, educational pedagogy or neuropedagogy we need. So neuropedagogy, brain, mind-based how to teach. Suppose some of them they have different types of mind and brain. Yeah, brain is a hardware, mind is a software. How to communicate? Suppose some are always keeping earphone, they're auditory. It is your duty to provide more podcast. Some are always watching the videos. It is your duty to provide more video lecture. DTH channels, EPG Pathasala. There are so many digital initiatives are there. So it is our duty. What type of communication I want? See, just I'm always interacting with my friends also. So some of them, I give you one live example before going to have only 20 minutes. Professor will join at 3:30. Some of wife, maybe life partners, they are very creative. Simply what they said, suppose, sir, I don't know whether Donai sir is married or not. So, sir, life partner will say, okay, you have many problem. Don't purchase anything for me on Christmas. So 25th December always we are celebrating. So don't 25th, sir, always 25th December.
Hi, sir.
Christmas every year 25th December.
Yes, sir. That's the day that
Yes.
we spend time with family.
Yes, your life partner will ask you, okay, you have many problems, don't purchase anything. What you will do, you apply for one personal loan, instant loan, you will purchase nice ornament to her. Some other life partners, they quarrel with the husband. Why you are not purchasing? They are not creative. Those who are silent, they are creative. They can win the heart of the life partner. So please, these are even I observed in my own village, 400 houses. Some of them life partners are silently they are taking whatever they want. Some are always quarreling, they are not getting nothing. So this is the one type of communication. Next, go to next. So you are married, sir? Married or unmarried?
Married, sir.
Okay, maybe your life partners. Introduce yourself. Scroll down. Here, I don't want to read. Here, in the same way, yesterday also I told the same thing. It is our duty to learn the procedure, and I give you main skimming concept. You can go through it later. Comment section, scroll down. Simply what you do, these are all the, give your comments, sir. You are from, no. Type some, yeah. Because MOOC course, e-text, videos, discussion forum, and evaluation. Intercultural competencies, communication is the main role. It's the one of the best capabilities. You type your name and I am from India. You after that you can write anything. You have good typing skills also. From India. Just because it is an international platform, no need to write Meghalaya or something. Good. Post. Your doctorate, now better to put doctor. Next. Finish. You can edit also. When you want, you can edit. This one also good to learn. Okay, no problem. Why is it important to communicate well? If I am reaching how to communicate. Just wait, sir. Communicating well and here authentically with the people is very important. Whether you are with friends or with colleagues, good communication is key in achieving productivity, and cultivating strong supportive relationship. According to, I told that one, I'm reading one, watching one video shared by a doctor of in Pakistan. Even though we are feeling differently, but we can learn whatever is good. He said, emotional intelligence, IQ, intellectual intelligence, IQ, intelligent quotient. At the same time, we need emotional quotient and the association between two or more than two people. Those who have good association, good relationship with others, intercultural or interpersonal relationship, they are the richest person, not Ambani, Tata, or Bill Gates or someone. Only those who have good inter relationship skills or intra relationship skills make mark as complete. So we need, it indicates communication is playing a major role for communicating. What happened if you two friends are there, but because of some communication gap, they are not in a position to talk each other in Northeastern Hill University. Two best friends always going morning walk, but now no communication. Next. How do you like to communicate? There are different, scroll down. Here, wait, sir. How you approach communication? What environments you work best in? What type of communication style you use most often? In this course, you can learn many communication styles. Scroll down. Your communication preferences. Wherever, sir, Donai, sir, wherever the pink colors are available, those are all external links. Now simply open it. We can show excellent material they are providing. How do you like to communicate? Here, see, SR no type questions, you can answer it, but this is a PDF. I can do this one is convert into a Google form, then I can take. You close it. Yes, scroll down, mark as complete. But in wait, sir, wait, scroll little bit, scroll down. Do that exercise. How do you like to communicate? Scroll down. Here, start. I love to communicate in an intimate setting, for example, one-to-one. Only one-to-one. I enjoy communicating in front of group. Okay, no problem. So yes, good. I like creative problem solving. Good. I see myself as a facilitator. I focus on the present moment when communicating with others. Good. I tend to deliver information as a story. Language teachers can play this role. I am results oriented when participating in meeting. Oh, that is good managerial skills. Result oriented is good. I like taking action. Good. I am more productive working alone. But right now UGC is asking to work together, collaborative working collaboratively. I prioritize developing my ability to work well with others. When someone is speaking to me, I am thinking of my response. Ma'am Sungo told in the keynote speech and the two-day international conference, it is not good to use mobile, someone is speaking with you, but in general we are doing, even also I myself also did, but I'm trying to reduce. When someone is speaking to me, I'm thinking of my response. Yeah, that is good if you think about it, but it is better to listen first. I love to communicate in an, this is all your answers. Scroll down, submit. We hope you enjoyed exploring a little more about here. Go back to the course. Now go back to the course on the top left side top. Yes, good. So this type of things, if you ask the students now, it motivates them to do hands-on. Scroll down, go to next. Already we finished this. Yeah. Who are you? Scroll down. You are a teacher. So teacher role what? As a student role is what? And administrator role is what? It is our duty to do all those things. Scroll down. Just listen one podcast. Just 1 minute only. Don't do more because we have very less time.
Usually when someone asks us about ourselves, they ask our profession, our ethnicity, where we're from, our relationship status. While these are all parts of us and reflect things about us, they're ultimately labels that do not get to our core identity. This exercise called Who Are You is a fun, compelling, and at times challenging way to learn more about another person and encourage them to connect with multiple layers of their identity.
Close it, sir. Close it.
So for Who Are You, you'll need to divide into pairs.
Scroll down. Mark as complete. This is if you take nicely, na, sir, per day 2 hours. If you take, you can complete within 2 days one course. Excellent. I learned many things while doing this one. What did you learn about yourself? So whatever is of downloadable files, it is better to download and save in your computer. Some of the courses are not available in the website after few years. So it is better to keep it. Next. Quick, little bit faster. Communication styles are, this one is very, very important. Simply scroll down. Here, Professor Pere, here self-assessment, action, process, people, idea. So this is one type. Other paid for tools, scroll down. This is a value-oriented self-assessment. Here, Myers-Briggs type indicator, big five, scroll down. What are the big five? Ocean, OCEAN, ocean. Here, openness to experience. Here, conscientiousness and extraversion and agreeableness and neuroticism. So this ocean is very, very important. Scroll down. Mark as complete. If you want to more, sorry, see also, but don't do now. You can do later. Scroll down. How do other people communicate? Because everyone has a different type of way of communication. Mark as complete. Scroll down. But if you listen nicely now, you will get. Next. Scroll down. What's your style? So my style always, I like to interact with the participants. Two-way communication I prefer. Just like now, hands-on activity. My classroom teaching also like this. I never teach only by myself. I always ask the students motivate, but my students are very active. They immediately share. Just like Donai sir, scroll down. Next, what different ways do people communicate at work? And we are also working in it. Face to face, scroll down, but now it is not possible. Now we are email. But be careful, words or tone of voice can be misinterpreted. Social communication, but be careful if you read these things. Now, while doing this course, I read male can communicate only 10% of communication, 90% is non-verbal gesture. Scroll down, social media. Better don't comment unnecessarily in the social media. You are not giving paid something by liking or forwarding to something. If everyone available internet and information, no need to post unnecessary things. Video chat. Whenever possible, if you are best friends, it is better to use instead of voice call, video call, because you can see the nonverbal communication face expression. Scroll down, mark as complete, especially the family members. Please avoid audio call, better video call is good. Next. But with unknown people, audio is only good. At the same time now, be careful, your voice may be recordable, they can post here and there. So don't comment with others, don't criticize others through phone. Suppose I have one friend, a friend is sitting with me, I can ask the third friend, what is your feeling or your opinion about Dr. Kimrit Kasi department assistant professor. So this type of things are happening, be careful. Scroll down, preparing to communicate. Scroll down, scroll down.
It's
Mark
a video.
as complete. We will play later, sir. We have little time. because it's a direction. In any program, it is not possible to cover everything. We can show you the direction, what to do, when to do. Who are you communicating? See, who are you communicating with? I'm communicating with your teachers, students, research scholars. Mark as complete. Mark as complete. Go to next. What the best approach to communicating? This one is also better to do exercise later, sir, but not now. Excellent. If you do these courses now, you will become the way I am developed my communication by doing all these type of courses. Myself, I created that environment. While delivering lecture here and there. Mark as complete. Go to next. Scroll down. Here, identifying your communication goals. Good. If you read this article, excellent, sir. Next, your communication preferences. Just now I told now it is better family members video, with unknown people audio, and when more text also unnecessary, not good to chart or mark as complete. Go to next. Here, this is the time to share. You keep on doing, sir. I'm sharing something. Some of participants are started to argument with me. Sir, I am not able to participate one day. Please give me certificate for 1 week by considering 8th day. So how I will get 8th day? So it is after discussing with I can do, but date is 1st to 7th you are attended, but you are not really attended. So certain things is not in our hand. Technical problem issues are there because of professional development. But they started to argue. I kept silent. Mark as complete. Next. Now 10 participants are waiting. I already told 3 p.m. automatically we set the program. It will log the only accept the resource person. Others all the log, because if I enter the email ID of the resource person, it will take automatically. Sir, this one glossary is very important whenever you are reading any program, any things, because your meaning is different. Suppose for you, constructivism or construct. For a teacher, we are constructing our own knowledge. For engineer, they are constructing a building, civil engineering. So their meaning is different, etymological meaning. So whenever you are doing any course, it is better to go for glossary. And if you see the Gazette of India, whenever they are publishing, they are giving the meaning. Even here, language teachers are there, linguistic teachers, is a meaning behind the word. It is very important. Big 5C version or everything. Mark as complete. Next, go to next. We have 7 minutes only, sir. Please be. I can take 5 minutes extra. No problem, sir. Already allowed me. Now go to next. Week 2. Click left side. Week 2. And here also go to next. Click on week 2. No, don't do continue. If you do continue, it will go to the last week of the last. Never. At the middle, you can use the next, but at the end, you can't. Welcome to week 2. Scroll down. No need. This one mark as complete. Go to next. How could you communicate better? Discussion. How could you communicate better? Scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll down. Okay. Next. Go to next. They're asking you only to comment in the chat box. This one just to see the video, sir. Is it 1 or 2 minutes? No. 5 minutes. Stop it, sir. Stop it. Go to scroll down. Scroll up. Why you need good communication at work? They are giving a different CEOs. According to CEOs, 2030, the artificial intelligence will play a major role. So it is our duty to enhance our capabilities. Scroll down, mark, go to next. What would you do? Exercise. So this one, we are not doing any exercise. Mark as complete. Go to next. Could you communicate like that? Scroll down. This one also they're asking your comment only. So activity. That is why they are making you involvement. Why challenging conversations are good? Scroll down. Yesterday, the resource person is very challengeable person, always giving, like, delivering lecture, interacting with others. That's why he's always keeping Professor Chennai sir in everything in his mind. He never see any paper when he's presenting, delivering any lecture. Next, go to next. Whenever you are delivering without seeing paper, but according to some authors, it is better to keep supporting documents. But it is better always keep in your mind nicely. If you have a good memory, you can reach the public very easily and quickly, because they can understand you have good subject knowledge. You are mastering your subject. What should all you do? Scroll down. These things you are not after listening, after doing only mark as complete. Go to next. Go to next. Sir, just you keep on doing. I am going to make a call to resource person. Everything what you are doing, I'm watching. Simply scroll down. Don't do any assignment because of time. You can do later. Just go to next. Okay, I can call after some time, after finishing this course. Mark as complete. Nothing to do because you are not submitted assignment none. So nothing to do. Next, your reflections. It is also not possible right now. Go to next. Starting your success. See here, different certification of completion. All these things will come. Your Facebook, Twitter. Go to next. 70% of marks are compulsory, sir. But here you are not reading. That's why I'm going to help you like yesterday. Begin test. Yeah, here I tell you, no need to. 3 attempts. Each wrong attempts you will lose 1 point. 3 wrong attempts you get 0 point. So 70% of marks are compulsory to get a certificate. 90% of the course completion is compulsory. Right. When it comes to communicating in the workplace, what will most companies expect employers and employees to do? Play an active role in their company by communicating with others. Simply, sir, don't submit. You select your options. Trial and error method. I give you right answer. What are the, you can select all the answers you think are correct. You can select more than one also, all also. But before submitting, wait for my instruction. Good, submit. You are right. Next. Here, international platform, there is no similar questions. Sometimes two options are right answer, sometimes 4. So it is your duty. You have provided your boss with feedback on ways to improve a project you are working on. When you next meet with your boss, you notice that they have not listened to any of the feedback you shared. How do you handle this situation? Don't submit. Ask to meet with your boss to share your feelings and address your issue. Good. Submit. Next. Next question. Right. You have a difficult conversation coming up at work. How do you prepare for it? You can select, sir. What is your option? Write a long list of everything. Do a brief mindful exercise. Prepare a script which you can memorize to recite in the meeting. Good. Select it. Submit. Fourth question. You are about to have that difficult conversation at work. What must you remember to do during the meeting? Stay connected to your breath, engage in eye contact, sit with your chest open and your shoulders down.
I think this is it. Something
Okay,
good.
select all, select all. Submit. Next. Next question. Good. Submit. Summary. Next. Go to top, okay, just play the video. I will call you watch the video. I call, maximize the video, maximize.
Thank you for taking part in communication and interpersonal skills at work. We really hope you've enjoyed the course. And if you did, you may want to take a look at the other two courses within the Collaboration, Communication and Remote Working program. If you want to try something different, there is a range of courses to choose from. You may wish to follow the digital skills theme or the professional skills theme. Alternatively, you can navigate in any order you want to, whichever route you decide. When you complete a course, don't forget to pick up your certificate and add it to your professional portfolio and LinkedIn achievements. Thanks again for taking part. See you next time.
Okay, okay, sir. Sir, you downloaded your certificate?
Oh, yes, sir. Finished.
Just to show the learning outcome. Sir, your name is not appearing here to admit. Kumar Shankar, now I am admitting, sir. Thank you, sir. Right. Where is your certificate? Yeah, scroll down, scroll down. Learning outcome, just maximize it, just maximize it. Here you can see identify your personal communication style, explore different communication platforms, reflect on here whether your communication is aligned to your goals, apply your communication style in the workplace, engage in challenging conversation with positive outcome, reflect on your personal style and techniques. So each one has different, it is our duty to think what type of personal you need. So it is not good to follow simply the others. Thank you for sharing your screen, sir. You stop sharing. Sir, Uma Shankar, sir, I think I will see whether I actually allowed.
Hello.
Sir, you are allowed to speak, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay.
Now you can present, sir. So now I just 1 minute, sir.
Yeah.
Again, good afternoon to one and all. And Professor, sir, just I will introduce, sir. 1 minute. Sir, welcome, sir. Professor Uma Shankar, sir, Senior Professor, Department of Botany, Northeastern Hill University, Shillong, Meghalaya. Sir is a good advisor, role model for me. So always, whenever any work or no work, simply calling and advising me about what is happening, these and those. And sir visited many countries, and sir is an international scholar, published articles and Scopus related journals. And sir has projects and giving even social service interview for environmental protection, environmental economics, or many other things. So here we have very less time, so we want to hear more things from sir. I requested the sir to give personal information, how to develop our professionally and professional development, what are the challenges we face in our professional life, how to overcome it, how to acquire new skills, how to upgrade new skills. So sir, instead of providing the information whatever available in the books or articles or somewhere, it is better to give your message. Your life itself is a message. So I am requesting Professor Uma Shankar sir to present his wonderful presentation and lecture. Sir, welcome you, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Amar. I am really happy to be with you today, although I do not deserve to be here because of my limitations in the subject in which you are conducting this wonderful program, which is sponsored by ICSSR-NERC. This workshop come faculty development program on innovative techniques of professional development of teacher in higher education. Well, this is a burning subject today, and it is I feel not something which is very new. Can you see my screen, please?
Sir, please present, sir. Please present.
Okay.
Share the screen.
So now I will, okay, we have to share the screen. Let me go to the screen also. And yes.
Yes, sir. Now it is coming, sir.
Coming? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Just we can
okay.
supposed
Thank
to
you
wait
very
few
much
seconds.
for confirming.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good.
Thank
Excellent.
you very much. Okay. So to the audience, let me just briefly tell that I am Uma Shankar, and I teach botany and related subjects at Northeastern Hill University for last about 2 decades. And before that, I have been working in other institutions in India. Like I have worked in Himalayan region, I have worked in Northeast India, and also in Western Ghats in early career of my days. Right now, I am more interested in something like learning out of my own domain. As Dr. Reddy has said, that to share the personal experiences. Well, experiences are many. I do not know how many will fit in here and which one will be the most appropriate to fit in here. If I say that global competence, which we are talking about today, to inculcate in the students of our times, which will be the future of the nation, future of the globe tomorrow. This is a very, very important topic because times have changed. If I see from my life, then I see that I come from a small town somewhere in northern India. And then at that time, if I remember, I did not have any exposure to the world which is outside my home or outside the boundaries of my town. This has happened with all of us. If we go back to our childhood, we will see that. But today, if we compare sitting now in our own rooms and then connected with each other, and then if we see the gap between these two things, where from we begin in our life individually, and where are we sitting now today together, virtually connected. So a lot of change has come in, and this has changed our lives in many, many dimensions. And one of those is that a lot of intervention of the technology has come into our life, and that has been changing, developing at a very fast pace every day, and that's how is keeping us going on with a very, very fast change. And if we do not adapt to that change, we cannot be globally competitive. And that is where is all our effort going into. And that's why if we have to prepare our future generations globally competitive as well as globally compatible, then it is very, very important that we invest in developing skills for communication in our children and in our students today. All these theoretical things you have gone through and experienced. I'm not an expert, but certainly when we talk of the education systems worldwide, then the focus we see is on the reassessment of the knowledge, skills, and dispositions that students need for success in today's times. And with this, we have laid down certain goals globally. United Nations has listed those 17 sustainable development goals, which we are trying to achieve. And all of us know that they are all there. Some of those goals are easily achievable in some of the geographies or countries on the globe, but not others. But some other in different geographies, some other goals can be achieved easily. Say, for example, no poverty. No poverty might be more important in Asian countries rather than in European countries or American countries, like that. For example, gender equality. Gender equality is also to be achieved more importantly in developing world rather than the developed world. This is what we feel. And all of these goals like life on the land, life or life below the water. So all that has to be preserved, and some places are doing well or better than others. So one important point which I will pick up from all these 17, which needs to be inculcated in our future generations for global competence and compatibility, and which is not being given a lot of emphasis right now, is number 13, and that is the climate action. And this has not yet, in my opinion, gone very well into the syllabi of our education system at all levels. Although there is a mention of the environment related education quite a bit at all levels now. And as Dr. Reddy expects from me, I remember when I was in school myself, in primary school, I have not heard of this environment word as such. If we look into the dictionaries of those times, like even up to 1970s, published in 1970s, especially in India, I know this word was not there in the dictionaries. But later on it appeared as it became an important buzzword after United Nations Environment Development Program came into being. So worldwide, gradually it is spread. So emphasis was being laid then on teaching environment. I remember our own teachers sometimes did not know this word properly, that what is environment, what exactly is this word defined. So that was the situation. Now environment is the key word in our life. You ask even a KG student, he or she knows the word environment. So we have traveled a lot, we have changed a lot, and we have to similarly inculcate the awareness of the climate action in our future generations, because all our survival, in my opinion, of the humanity depends on the climatic happenings which we are to some extent witnessing today from our own experiences, like catastrophic events which have been happening all around the globe in form of let's say flash floods, in form of a lot of rise in temperature, water, melting of ice, and all these things. If these things become more stronger and potent, then the life on a very, very large scale from many of the geographies can be affected and sometimes be wiped out also. So this is where we need to make change. And this particular item number 13 needs to be emphasized more in the syllabi than it is now in all the school and college and university level courses. So we want to make the students globally competitive. Globally competitive does not mean that I will bypass or surpass or be superior to Mr. Trump or to Mr. Biden. That does not mean the global competence to me, at least. Global competence is something which is an ability, a capacity to examine the intercultural issues and to understand and appreciate the perspectives and worldviews of others. So that's where we can develop global competence to engage in open, appropriate, and effective interactions with people from different cultures. When I came out from my town to study higher classes, and then went to another town, then certainly I had to move from one culture to another. And that's where I found that this is very, very different. Similarly, even today, you will experience that when people move from one culture, their own comfort to other place. Like if a person from, let's say, let me talk within India, a person moving out from somewhere in south to north finds it very, very difficult to communicate, first of all, because may not be knowing the language and its ethics of the language, how to speak the word, where to emphasize, where to give the weight on each word and communicate with the people. So sometimes people might think that, oh, this guy cannot speak our language, so we will not interact with the person. But in that scenario only, the person coming from the other place has to make his own space to interact, to develop affection towards himself from other people, to attract some attention. And that can be a possibility and a reality in due course of time by engaging. And how you interact with the people. Dr. Amar can be an example himself. If I am correct, that now he can speak Hindi very well, which is not his mother tongue. So that way, we are all real life examples in some way or other, for this kind of experiences we have. So when we go from one place to another, one of the problems we face is adapting to the food, because sometimes we may not get the food and the schedule of the food at the place where we are going to live in, and we have to adapt. Either we adapt or we come back home. Many times people run away and then come back home also. That is what also I have seen. I myself come from Gangetic Plains and I live in Northeast India for more than 3 decades, and here I have adapted in many ways to survive and to interact with many of the cultures. I am blessed that I am here in this region, which is one of the most diverse regions in the country in terms of many parameters, like diversity of people, diversity of their cultures, diversity of their food, diversity of natural resources. So this is what I experience, and every day I learn something new from it, and which builds my global competence actually. And I prepare myself from these experiences that okay, I can learn even more tomorrow and then assimilate some of it so that I can be stronger in my thinking globally. So these are some of the things. Internationally now there is a program for international student assessment, PISA, which would have been talked to you. Well, I have put it there. So to me, what is global is something like everything out of home is global. Global to me does not mean that when I go to America out of India, to Singapore, to China, to Japan, that is global. No, anything when I come out, step out of my home, everything is global, because that is something which I am going to see new. So my definition may differ from the definitions in the books. So it's a crucial upgrade if our education system is to prepare for next generation for this knowledge economy. This is all bookish, and there are 4 dimensions of global competence which are very well defined in the literature. Recognize, perspective. So focus on students to recognize their own and other perspectives. It is very important that they are emphasized that what is others' perspective should be paid attention more. And communicate ideas. Students communicate their ideas effectively with diverse audiences. Well, not all. Many times students feel shy too, and that is where we as a teacher have to work on it. And then take action. Students translate their ideas into appropriate action to improve conditions. This can be achieved with some effort in many of the cases. And investigate the world. Exploration. So students start exploring the world beyond their immediate environment, as I narrated some of my experiences. Okay, so there is this standard PISA framework, which revolves around knowledge, then values, then attitude, and skills. I'll not get into much of the detail of it because we already know all this. And then we will talk about some of these things like instructional approaches, which can be important for global competence. So here, one of the things which we teach students from school itself is participating in debates. Okay, and this is a very important activity. Many of the schools do organize these kinds of debates regularly in their classrooms at the teacher level, just within the classroom. So they will just organize these debates on some particular topic, not to prove that one student is superior to the other, but rather to stimulate their minds to seize an opportunity to practice communication skills. That, well, if one student is speaking something, can other counter it or not? So that kind of small interactions may not be lasting very long, can be very helpful in preparing students to practice communication skills. And at the larger scale, we have debates organized even up to the national level or international level on certain topics. I have been participating in debates in my school days. Although I have never been a topper to share with you, I have been lower than the toppers always, but have been participating. But participation is very, very important, and participation actually brings in a lot of confidence in facing the audiences, in speaking in the groups, in developing the ability to put the perspective which is mine to others actually. So that is where these debate is a very, very important tool and interesting tool if organized properly under the care of the organizers, and this can really ignite tender minds. Organized discussions are also there, and one of the things here which we need to focus is that to be willing to change the mind when I have some view of my own, and if I am countered by the other which is not the view which is supporting my view, should also be taken into consideration. So do I change my view after listening to your view, and then okay, come to some agreement partially or completely, and then extract some information out of it. So this kind of thing is very, very important, and that always happens in our life, but in classroom or university campus environment, these things shall happen more rigorously and more frequently. What is happening around, and that's what is very, very important. If we go for this kind of interaction, this is learned automatically what is happening around by the student. So these things help students to find out what is happening around the globe and also in their local communities. I will say one of the experiences which may be weird to listen to is sometimes when when we were school students in our town, there used to be power shutdown very, very often, and especially in the evenings because of the load shedding. And what to do during that particular time? So we used to play, and there were many school-going children in my locality. So we used to come around, used to play something, and some place till the dusk time. And then after that, if there is no power, then we used to sit together and then used to play some games like which we can play by sitting only, like Antakshari. I mean, just singing songs, reciting some poems, or something like that, or talking about stars. So there we will look into the sky and then look at the stars and then talk about which one is what star. And that's how some of those things may be feeling like waste of time those days, but nowadays I realize that sometimes those things come, okay, that was very useful when we used to do that. Now, number one, I do not have time in my life to do that, and I miss it. And secondly, that gave us some sort of collective information about so many things which were out of the books, which were out of the context at that time, but we learned ourselves just by sitting together out of compulsion of the load shedding. So these kind of things which we learned, like we will say, okay, well, I have composed few lines of a poem today, and then I will share it. So maybe either my colleagues will encourage me or will laugh at me. In both the situations, I am the gainer. If they will encourage me, that means I have done something which is acceptable to the others. Or if they will laugh at me, that means that is a feedback that I must improve and do something better. So that kind of thing which happened like in plays like Khel Khel Mein, These were very, very important learnings. That is an asset, and that asset we realize later in our life, in our mind today, that wow, we learned so many things at that particular time and without anybody teaching us, but we learned, and that remains in our mind. And sometimes it is retrieved, like it is information is retrieved from the computer hard disk memory. So that kind of things we all feel in our life sometime or other, and this is very, very important. Another very important when we have to teach the students is by playing is to follow the rules. Each game we play with the students is basically to inculcate the practice that we must regard, we must pay respect to the system and its rules, its framework of rules. Because in life, wherever we will go to join any institution, we will face a framework of rules and within which we have to work and achieve something. Sometimes those rules may not be available to us, and then we leave that system and switch over to the other one. But sometimes we feel so comfortable in one of the systems where we work, and then we start adapting it, and then spend our life there. I mean, working life there. So this kind of thing, that integrity of following rules is to be inculcated, and that comes in by these practices in the students. This is what I feel and I have experienced also. We also have some tool like project-based learning. So there is a project which is involving a number of students working in a group. But then the outcome is generally, you will see that if n number of students are working on a project, at the end of the project, if the project is successful, or every project is successful from less to great extent, of course, then you will see that a few of those students who were involved in the group will claim that, well, I have done much more than my fellow colleagues have done. This kind of spirit we see. So we have to suppress that kind of spirit, because that does not lead to the feeling of the teamwork. So if this kind of spirit is there among some of the students, that they feel that they have contributed more than others, then we have to tell them that, okay, you have contributed more than the others, but that is where you are the leader, and you have to take along all others. And that is what is the very purpose of working in the group. So even if you have contributed more, you must feel more satisfied in your mind, but does not feel that others have not contributed. If they have remained with you, that also is a very, very important contribution. But then project-based learning also really teaches students in the group learning many things from each other. There may be sometimes conflicts, there may be sometimes resolutions and adaptabilities, all that work. Then one important thing which India needs the most, and many countries like India also need the most, is service learning. What we learn today, if we adapt it just for the sake of our employment or job, that is actually unfinished task. What we have to do, teach, and also follow in our own lives in practice is that whatever we have benefited from our learning should give back to our own communities in the rural settings. So that is where is very, very important message our Honorable Prime Minister today also emphasizes, that connect with the people of the region, of the culture, of the ethnic group from where you have emerged, and give back your own experiences and the benefit of your own experiences to them. Uplift at least some of those for the future. So if that service learning feeling comes into us, that will be very, very good. to build the nation stronger. So these are some of the things why we teach global competence. We are witnessing today that we cannot live in isolation today. We are all interdependent and we are living in a web. Gone are the days when people of one particular geography could live in isolation, rather isolation, not connecting with even the nearby villages, and then living their own ways, sustainably, of course, those times. So they were growing their own crops, they were rearing their own cattle, they were dependent on their own water resources, and etc. All what they needed was being either generated or stored or fostered within the village boundaries. So each village or each ethnic group was independent. So those were days when we were independent. If somebody came to take our resources, we fought with them. So they were the inter-villages or inter-ethnic groups. Fights were very often, and all those were to protect the resources for survival. So from independent, now we have become interdependent. During especially last 2-3 centuries, we have become more interdependent on each other, and this degree of interdependence is increasing further day by day. And today, with the advent of this communication technology in terms of digital resources like computers, this interdependence has also increased further. And now we are dependent more on many of the gadgets than ever before, and we accomplish our many of the day-to-day work based on these digital gadgets. So if there is no computer, I will not be able to talk to you today. If there is no watch on my wrist, then I will not be able to make out the time. Like in ancient times, in ancient days, people were able to make how much time or approximately how much time just by looking at the shadows from the sun. So shadows of the object reflecting by the sun. So these things we have to teach, but I will emphasize here with this what I said just now with the example of shadows, that we must also not go away from our basics. These are also very, very important to be taught to the students, even though we are preparing them for global competence, because in the times of vagaries, in the times of catastrophe, these fundamental learnings are of the most important resources which will help us survive. Like if we ask today, many of the students, there are some results of the surveys which have been conducted that we asked, surveys say that we asked the students where from you get the milk. So they say we get the milk from a bull pouch. They do not know that milk comes from the cow or from the buffalo. So this kind of situation we have to do away with. Where from you get the water? We get the water from the tap. But tap is not the resource that actually gives us water. The resource is something else. There are ecological settings in the environment which provide us drinking water or fresh water. How will you face if there is fire around you? So the students do not know that how to mitigate the fire in the times of hazards suddenly happening. So these kind of things means sticking to the fundamentals of livelihoods is also very, very important. And personally, I feel that these skills have completely gone away from our syllabi in many of the places. Although I find that there are some Gurukul style schools or even universities which are rendering this kind of education even today to the students living in those settings on residential basis. But this opportunity is not there, especially for the urban students who do not really know that how to survive on fundamentals. That is where a lot of change has occurred, and this change is to be looked into. We are preparing, emphasizing more from an economist's point of view or from GDP point of view, that how much is the employability in the global economy for global competence. Well, that is good, employability, but only the employability is not always the objective of the education. One of my friends wrote last week to me, is the sole objective of the education is to get a job and become servant of somebody like a government or somebody else or a company? If that is the objective of our education, then probably we need to really look into the education properly, that what kind of education we are going to provide or we should provide to the people. So that should not be only the objective that we produce the servants of somebody, but rather the masters of something. So that is where we are also seeing this change, even a call from the governments that in terms of encouragement for the startups coming up. And really in last several years, we have seen that many startups have come up and have survived and have become millionaires. I can give you a few examples like Flipkart. It's just one startup, a person selling books in a store in Bangalore, probably if I am right, has now a company built up like a Flipkart. Okay, so this is just one example, and all of us know many such examples of startups. So we are not serving others. People have left their jobs, gone for the startups, and utilizing their knowledge, their global competence, have set up internationally recognized companies. Ola is another example of that kind. Okay, a Paytm is another example of that kind. So these are the very big examples. But if you will look around yourself within few kilometers of periphery, you will suddenly discover one or two examples of this kind where people have left their jobs or just for the utilization of their knowledge to strengthen the fundamentals of living. I know there are some IIM management pass outs who have left the packages of crores of rupees per year and then have gone into the villages to rear cattle. They have their own farmhouses and they are producing very good quality of milk and milk products and organic vegetables associated with that. And that is what is the purpose of living a human life, and not simply that, okay, I will become something, I will become vice chancellor, I will become director, I will become president of this country. And when I die, all of us become one thing, the body. All of us are called by one term, the body, nothing else. And then we are disposed of. So if that is the only goal, that okay, we will become something and then disconnect from the fundamentals, we need to really look into. We need to be more cooperative, humble, respectful to each other and each other's culture, each other's living style. And that is what is eroding very fast these days. The intolerance is increasing and tolerance is going down. We all know that. We need youngsters to communicate and learn effectively and responsibly with old and new media. Media is one thing which is playing a very important role in either building or distorting our process of thinking. And that is where we have to strike a balance. We have to educate our students properly, future generations properly, that media, what it shows, what it communicates, and what it actually is not always true. They also have their compulsions of their business strategies. They also have their compulsions to survive of their own individually for their jobs, and they just flash something which may not be either in the context properly, or may not be the complete thing, or maybe just to create panic, or just to sensitize the public in an appropriate manner. So this is what, but media is a very, very important resource, and that is where we can use it for education, and which is being used, which has been used, I will not deny that, but the misuse is always associated with it. So that's how we can approach the sustainable development goals. So our goal finally is to foster students global competence in an accessible, practical possibility that is not beyond the reach of the average teacher. What do we do now? We learn, teach, research, and publish so that it reaches others. Means our experiences reach others. And there are many learning styles that are being followed. And here we will see that as documented in education, 7 learning styles are more important. There may be more in our ancient Vedic times, which are narrated. So visual, oral, verbal, physical, logical, social, solitary. And then we are taught that we need to identify that which particular student is more stronger in learning style than the other learning style. Some may be learning better visually than by talking. Some students, they do not talk at all in the class, but then they are also good in their understanding. Some students are very logical, and then they will put forth the argument which is very, very apt and appropriate many times. And some students may be social more than just going around and still learning many other things from their social meetings. Some students are solitary, and then they feel very, very happy by learning themselves and then practicing themselves. But we cannot categorize or compartmentalize that one particular student is belonging to one learning style, because we all face more than we all follow more than one learning style in our life. Maybe some are stronger and some are not that stronger for each of us. So what is my learning style? Well, I can say 1/2 of my time I would like to spend in a solitary manner, early in the mornings or late in the nights, to accomplish my tasks. So you can call it as solitary. And probably this also changes with the age. When I was in college, this was not the case. We would like to play more in the groups, and many of the physical activities were involved. So on a temporal scale, I can see these learning styles do change, and do change in different manners from person to person. So blending of learning styles together is something which can be effective in giving better outputs. This much I can say. And nowadays, learning style has changed drastically, and COVID-19 pandemic has brought in even further change in our learning styles. We never thought of, and we never accepted that there can be continuous learning process even without going to the classroom. But that is happening now. People always question, how will you perform the practicals in science classes? But that is also happening now. At least to some extent, I would say that cannot happen completely. I am a student of science, so I will certainly be with those who will question it. And I will also say that yes, all the experiments cannot be conducted at home. So we have to be in the laboratory. So laboratories cannot be replaced. But then COVID-19 pandemic has given us many more dimensions which were existing probably but were not discovered or utilized to our benefit before, or we did not intentionally accept them so that their acceptability for the award of the degrees was undermined, and now it is potent. So from physical classroom to learning, we are interacting now without physical classroom. If I were in the classroom, say for example, I would have paused many a times, I would have interacted with you, you would have asked me also a few things in between. But here now I'm continuously speaking, and if I do not do that, you will feel that what happened to the speaker, and I do not get to see that what is your reaction, whether I am simply a bore or I am effective. I do not know. I am not getting feedback that way. So these are some of the hazards of online communication, which we cannot do away with. But with improvement in technology, a solution will emerge for this also. But then e-learning has been very, very effective. I will say I would personally draw more positives than negatives from online learning process, because there are many of the cases which I have come across, and certainly you must have come across, that even in times of no physical contact, it has been possible that people have started a lot of new ventures, business ventures also, and are earning money out of those. How many of us had heard of WebEx? Okay, or Zoom platforms have used, even Google Classrooms? We have not. Personally speaking, until last year when lockdown was in force in March 2020, I have never used Google Classroom. I have never used Zoom or WebEx before that, although they existed. Right, but we never required it. We never felt the need, and we never accepted it. Even when we were in the lockdown state, and then gradually we were talking, how do we accomplish the classwork, how will the students pass, and gradually we learned from each other. We learned by googling that how to accomplish this. Everybody was asking each other, and then we all adapted to, like, mobile smartphone. People adapted to. Nobody got a training. Nobody got a PG diploma for how to handle the mobile smartphone. Nobody got this kind of training, but everybody adapted. So the beauty of this kind of platforms, this kind of technology is that even a person who is not formally trained or a degree holder can learn and adapt. So what I mean to say is that, and accomplish very, very complicated tasks also. People personally through WhatsApp, or now vegetable senders are selling vegetables. You order them and then get them at home locally. So many of the things which we never imagined, or we always thought what this illiterate person will do. That's what we thought. But that illiterate person is very, very intelligent and can accomplish the task to our satisfaction just by the use of technology, which he did not learn formally. So the beauty of this technology is that it can be adapted easily by all. So e-learning has been a very, very positive in our life, and we are fortunate that we are living in this time period that we are able to accomplish many of the tasks. Without going bank, we are accomplishing all the bank related works. Okay, so that kind of situation we have. We are having entertainment. We are having everything, like all Bollywood movies, all music around the world. Everything is available just on our screen nowadays. What we need to do is we need to pay some money. And that is what is important because of the survival of the businesses. But many of the things are coming free also. You can develop a blog and then can be an entrepreneur very easily within a day's time. And I myself also learned from Dr. Amar many of the things about how to conduct very effectively these kind of meetings, and can be coaching the students more effectively. Then probably I can do many of them in the classroom mode, because here the freedom of learning at the own comfortable time is associated with e-learning. There are many types of teaching methods, and these are there always. We have to focus on attentive listening, attentive problem solving, and use of the resources. Gone are the days when we used to tie a watch on the wrist. Now a smartphone is having more than 100 gadgets built in it, and we are accomplishing many of the tasks. So we can resolve ourselves. We can ask Google and resolve many of the problems which we have been doing when the support is not available physically during these times. So these different types of learnings are opening up our minds, different parts of our minds, and our brain is becoming more active because more part of the brain is being utilized. So this is a complex web of learning developing in many dimensions. Communication, reflective communication we come to is something like exchange of ideas with each other, and then learning of ideas from each other. So it is actually, it highlights and mirrors and reflects what somebody is thinking, inferring, understanding, or trying to express. And this reflective communication, either in a parent-child or teacher-student relationship, is so critical because it adds to nurturing, tender, trusting quality of that relationship. It's not something that comes naturally, only it can be practiced and can be sharpened further. So reflective communication is an opportunity to learn about the situation. Reflection or self-reflection, I'm not really getting into the technical details of it because I'm not an expert. It first focuses on enhancing self-awareness and self-understanding. What I think, how I think, and what are my challenges, what I do believe in, what are my own strengths, like a SWOT analysis, and what triggers my emotional reaction. All these things I can think of. One of the things for gaining from reflective learning, I think we used to in olden days we used to make a physical diary and note down some of the points during the day, and then sit back in the evenings and then ponder over those points and then learn from those, that okay, so what I did achieve during the day, what were my objectives and how much I accomplished, what will be the objective further, and how will I prepare myself for the next day. So self-reflection. These practices, I feel, are gone in many ways. We are not into it. We are more busy on WhatsApp or other social media than doing these things. So sometimes we get distracted also, and we find that the next morning when we wake up, we are not prepared in our mind that what are we going to do for the day to day. So that is where sometimes this distraction is also coming, but self-reflection is certainly an opportunity to enhance the understanding of others also. As a teacher, we can enhance the understanding of a colleague, of a student. If we are a doctor, we can enhance this in a patient or a caregiver or so on. It includes investing effort in thinking. So thinking process is also to be taken seriously in terms of investing time actually. So time is the resource which is needed to be invested in thinking process. and we are running short of time in our day-to-day course, and that's where we need to really look into. It can enhance the understanding of the situations where we live in, like the habitat in ecological terms, if I say. So how much do we know our surroundings is very, very important. Today, we ask, let me tell you the experience of the people living in large urban areas, large urban agglomerations like in New Delhi, Calcutta, Bangalore, Boston, and so on. Nobody knows anyone around them. Who lives in the next apartment? No one knows. And that is where we are, how much ignorant we are. Actually, we need to self-introspect these times. And then, as I have been a student of ecology, so in ecology, the first principle to be taught is to know the surroundings, to learn what is around us. So the understanding of the situations in which we will be working, in which we will be living, in which we have to survive and grow is very, very important. So that's what needs to be reflected in the teaching process. There can be many angles possible for this, and many angles which are even not documented can be explored by experiences of the people, of the relationship, of the situation, place, chronology, causality, and connection. I can be a reflective teacher if I can think about my past experiences and learn from them. It is very, very important that we must realize that what my past experiences are teaching me and how much important they have been. Do we really assign importance to our own past experiences, whatever small or large those experiences could have been in our past? Sometimes we remember, oh yes, that particular person was the teacher who first taught me this particular word. Do we remember that? Okay, I remember a song by Jagjeet Singh, which all of us know. Okay, वो कागज की कश्ती, वो बारिश का पानी. I mean, we all remember those things, and we would like to remember and learn from those. And this is where our hard disk opens, and then we get into the ideas, retrieving the ideas and the happenings, what was actually happening. Why is it so that we always feel that our past was more golden than the present? And we reminisce many of these things, although it may not be true always. Okay, but we feel so always actually, and that's how this is reflected in this song, like "वो कागज की कश्ती वो बारिश का पानी." I ask questions. I can ask questions. I can ask others to give feedback. Feedback is very, very important, and we have to be actually inviting in our nature for feedback, and also asking people that please give feedback not to appreciate me, but rather give your critical view of the thing which I performed. So the feedback in critical terms is very, very important, and that helps us improve further. I can remain open to other suggestions, ideas, or approaches. Many times with our own learning, we all like to be appreciated, we all like to be admired, but we do not like to be criticized. But that has to be developed as a trait in the personality. I can be responsible for my own learning. I can take action with my knowledge. I can practice my new skills. I can always look to gain into knowledge, and I can write in my reflective diary or journal. There are 6 these keys which are given in the books. I will not get into the detail of these. To remember, analyze, and then evaluate, apply, create, etc. So these are the challenges to prepare the future generations for the 21st century. The critical thinkers we have to prepare, and then this critical thinking can come from many dimensions, actually, not only the classrooms, but it can be in many ways. What is the objective is that the people are open-minded. They engage in problem solving, and analyze, then reason, and then evaluate, and then reflect on learning, collaborate with others, make real-world applications, think critically and creatively, and communicate clearly and accurately. The biggest communication problem today is we do not listen to understand. Rather, we choose to listen to reply. And that's what is the problem, that many a times we leave behind the importance of the context. So thank you very much with this. And there are some resources for more information on these topics. I would like to thank the organizers. ICSSR Northeast Region has sponsored this program with Department of Education of NEHU, and I understand the Department of Philosophy of MORAN College. And if there is any other associated with it, the workshop coordinator, Dr. Amarisharan Reddy, who is not only my friend but my mentor also, and his entire team, and all the participants who are connected right now today, and all the registrants who would like to view these things later on, and the offline and online resources which have been consulted and mentioned here. I am always there with you to learn more. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Amar. Over to you.
Sir, thank you very much, sir. Is there any queries for the participants? We can use up to another 4 or 5 minutes.
Can I stop sharing?
Yes, sir. Yes, I will take, sir. Don't worry, I will take the permission.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Now participants are allowed to speak. You can directly speak with the resource person if anyone has any query. It is better golden opportunity. In general, we are going to teach interaction. So if you don't speak, it is very difficult. It is a golden opportunity. It's a university setting. Teachers from different discipline, background, places. So it's a multicultural approach. It's
Sir, good
very
evening,
good
sir.
to interact.
Yes, somebody
Please,
is speaking.
Gurupadam. Yeah.
Sir, good evening, sir. This
Introduce
is
yourself.
Gurupadam from SV University, sir, Tirupati. Sir, good evening, sir.
Yes, please. Yes,
Sir,
yes, sir.
you told about critical thinking skills, sir. Very excellent and very nice, sir. But I have some doubt regarding low achievers, sir. That means duller students, normal students, how to develop their critical thinking abilities than the other children, sir.
Yeah, that's a very, very important point you have raised, and I thank you for raising this. See, in our hand, okay, in our hand, we do not have all the fingers of the same size, right? So that always varies. Similarly, in any classroom, anywhere in the world, there will be some students who will be much more sharp than the others. But if you are talking of only those who are dull in their learning process always, then we have to work more with them and in many ways. That is the only solution, so that they have to be given personal attention with respect to the topic, the problem in which they are laggards. So that is what is to be given. But this is what generally in our today's settings of the systems of teaching is not happening, because who will give this much of time and resource individually for this kind of laggard students? So there are institutions separately for some places, and in only some disciplines. They are limited in number and limited in the places where a special attention is given to these students. But we are always running short of time. We have to complete the semester. A teacher can certainly give extra time, but not beyond a limit to such students. So it becomes the responsibility of the family and friends also to bring up the student. But we cannot expect that all students will be at par of the topper of that particular discipline. So the definition of these dull students and laggards is certainly subjective. It can vary. A student, say for example, who cannot be a very good speaker in a given debate can be a very good artist. He can draw much better than the best of the debate speaker. So it is not that in which dimension. See, all of us are given some sort of extra advantage by the God, and we have to enhance that particular one. So it is not that we should not undermine somebody's ability in one particular dimension with the by comparing with the ability in another dimension of other students. This is what I feel. Maybe there are many more experts associated with us today would like to say something more on this question.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Anyone?
May I, Dr. Amar, can I ask a question?
Yeah, please. Please, sir.
Thank you so much, Professor Umar, for the presentation. I just wanted to just talk about two things, actually, because you talked about the importance of communication and critical thinking. So something that is of concern, or rather something that I think is something that we should have a look at, is the kind of narratives that are constantly being shared in, especially in Western universities, and of course this side as well. The question of what kind of narratives are being shared, and if you let's just say in the West you have perhaps there are certain left-leaning ideologies, or perhaps right-leaning ideologies, and we see a lot of that in the identity politics that we find that is part of this whole discourse in universities. So my question is, uh, in such a setting, whether it is in the West or even here as well in India, when we have these competing narratives whereby people, it would be good to have dialogue and to communicate with one another, and we should do that critically. The problem is such voices are being stifled, and I think, rather than having a discourse, people are just cancelled. And I think this cancel culture is something that perhaps we see not only in just the public, but also in academia as well, where we see certain let's say professors or certain academicians who are sharing views or information that may not be in line with the dominant view or the dominant narrative. Like they are either silenced or they are either prevented from doing something like that. And so I just want your particular take on this issue, Professor Umar, if you can.
Okay. Thank you for enlightening me, actually. Number one, that as I have made a disclaimer, I am not an expert in these kinds of issues, but what you have been saying, perhaps aiming at, in my opinion, this is not the thing which is happening today only. This has been happening always, even in the past, all through. So voicing their own views, which are not the dominant views of the society or the community, actually happens many a times, and that is where probably I think the leaders emerge, the popular leaders emerge, and they would like to do so to emerge as the leader. And probably that is one of the inspiring phenomenon which drives people to voice in this way. Probably, I'm not sure. There may be other driving factors as well. Somebody wants to gain popularity, somebody wants to gain dominance, somebody wants to master the resources, somebody wants to just find the attention without even thinking that what one is wanting, actually. So there can be different objectives of the people, but sometimes it can be a strategy, very well thought and executed strategy also. So these all possibilities are there. But then we cannot stop people voicing their views in many ways unless we are stopping it by legislation or rule, because the education institutions are there to voice and to learn by voicing views from each other. So I think educational institutions enjoy this kind of freedom. The boundaries of education institutions are there, but that is where the role of the debates comes. So debates happen. I may not agree fully with your view, and you may not fully agree with my view, but still we have to live together in the system, and also think for building that particular system in which we are living, to make it stronger always, even with the different paths. So how to coexist by taking different routes is one very important thing. And if somebody is saying something which I do not like, does not mean that somebody is always wrong. Okay, we must certainly assimilate, try to say something, so try to learn something from others' view also, and also always ask a question that will give us more answers. By asking question is that why is a person saying what he is saying actually? So what are the driving factors behind it? Is there a content behind it, or it is something different? So probably that way we can learn something more, and we can learn to counter that strategy also if needed from our own side. Otherwise, everybody will be voicing views in different ways, and that has to be a practice and norm of the society which is there now. I think I can say this much only of this. Dr. Amar, if you would like to add something, you are more experienced on these topics than I am.
Sir, Dorai sir, please you contact me later because of this time schedule. Even I did many courses on these topics. I am regularly inviting Professor Veera Gupta ma'am from NEHU, sir. She is an expert in inclusive education and special education. So I can give more elaboratively, and just like you, sir, did hands-on activities, some MOOC courses are also there. I can provide you those links. And I'm writing here my email ID, sir. Please mail me. I can provide whatever you want. So any other queries? Thank you, sir. Thank you for asking nice question. If no questions, even Uma Shankar sir is available. You can reach him through his sir blog and the NEHU website. Simply type Professor Uma Shankar NEHU. Automatically you will get sir email ID, mobile number, everything. So now sir, I think sir has many other assignments. Sir, thank you for delivering a wonderful, and if you see
Thank
the
you very much.
chat box, na sir, all are praising, and they given when you are interacting with the participants, I gone through the feedback given by the participants. They are mentioning the resource person name, and they given. I can share with you after the meeting. Thanks. I can't
Thank you for giving
simply
me
say
this
thanks, but I need
opportunity.
your
Thanks,
blessings.
listeners.
I need your please, sir.
for giving me your valuable time. Thank you very much. I'm grateful to all of you. Thank you.
Sir, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Now it is time. I was disconnected for about 20 minutes around 3 p.m. Dude. No, actually here, yeah, I can say after disconnecting this one, please be joined before 3 p.m. After 3 p.m., no participants will be allowed. The program is designed like that, and feedback form up to 5 p.m. only. Now, when I share the feedback form, 100 participants are there. Now, exactly 99 filled. Those who are not filled, please fill again. Please. And thanks one and all. Those who are filled, please disconnect. Please leave the meeting. Those are already done, please